After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Prescott. He'll buy some time right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. Now Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Prescott now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
That's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
81.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out.
Gold. Lion. Shit. Black.
Now Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford. Able to drop him for a loss of 4. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A huge loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about the fellas with the...
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I got it. Okay, baby, I see you. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he floats one there, incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this.
It.
Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, stash.
To throw is Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
82. Black, come on.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Powers through him. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Prescott to throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
Hey, we go wide 80. 26.
4th down, Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires.
Who on my live stream? Well, there's nobody no more
They're
left.
They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Black, come on. Right there.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Ram.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
Come on, alive. What's your son? We better than that. 82. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Gold. 54. Black. I'm here all day. Hey, stash.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
A field flipper there, a 47-yard punt coupled with a loss on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10.
We got 4.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Get out.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. And it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense here in the 3rd quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It'll wind up being a huge loss on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They go to Elliott again. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Here we go, 188. Here we go, 46, 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the...
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the